So how are you today, Ruey?
I'm great. How yourself?
I'm doing wonderful. Heard you have a lot of great things going on.
Indeed.
Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Right now we're releasing this album, The Cost of Love, with Interv1 Records, and we're kind of excited about it, and expecting others to be excited about it too. So yeah,
kind of like that.
Yeah, it's just that.
All right. Well, I heard you perform with some of the greatest: Jennifer Holliday, Marion Meadows. I mean, just to name a few. Here locally, I know you've done with Carl Turner and just so many more. I know you've had the opportunity here lately. You've been performing all around Houston and about. I know you have a new CD that's coming out. Can you tell us a little bit about the CD and what mind frame and everything went in when you made that CD?
Everyone has their take and their spin on love, and what I like about my album is it gives you the freedom to imagine it from your vantage point, from your view, from the dialect you speak concerning that type of emotion. So it's angry, it's upset, it's sensuous, it's soulful, it's inviting, it's intoxicating. So it's a multiplicity of things, but yet at the same token, since it's not based on words, it gives you the freedom to imagine.
So you said angry. So how do you equate anger with love?
I like that. You can't love right if you don't hate right. And you'll hate anything that try to draw a wedge or place a wedge or to place that bridge there, whether it's phileo, brotherly love, or family love, or erotic type passion. When you feel that wedge of contention that's coming from anyone, it shows with anger. And if love can't bring out anger, it ain't real love.
Okay, I hear that. So I've had the pleasure of actually listening to your CD and listening to you myself, seeing you perform live. And I mean, I can just tell you what I see. I see the women in the audience. They just really just bring it to you because you bring that out. I mean, you bring out that special kind of form. I guess that kind of anger. You know, I've seen you make these faces. You have these facial expressions and these emotions that just kind of come out with what you do and what you create. Where does that energy and where does that come from?
Well, I tell you this, if you can't put everything that's in you into what you're doing, then you're not doing it. Technique is one thing, and we've studied music for quite some time, taught music, teach music now, high school, middle school, and things of that sort. And it's something about passion that you can't hide. You can give a veneer of different expressions, but eventually passion is going to supersede all of the generic stuff that we put in front of us. So that's what we like giving. I mean, it's passion. It's got to be authentic. And if you're real, hopefully someone else can feel like, I felt that song. I felt that. I remember what I was going through when I heard that. So that's what's up.
All right. So if you had to say your style of music, would you consider yourself jazz? Would you consider yourself R&B inspirational? I mean, how do you group that, and how do you say what you do and what you do? What genre would you call yourself? I mean, I'm not putting any limits on you.
Indeed, so, I like that.
So what do you do?
I do Ruey.
You do Ruey.
I mean, because I listen to, I'm a gospel fanatic. I love gospel. I love Kirk Whalum, who's my favorite, Carl Turner, who I studied with and admired for quite some time, and done gigs with him and played in certain spots with him. Enjoyed those guys, but I like the Beatles. I listen to what Clark Terry. It's me, and I think that to say, oh, this is jazz or this is R&B or this is hip hop, because how you feel is how you feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You come into certain areas with a lot of different dimensions, and I think that to label a house a certain way is to put the house in a box. You know, and so this house got a lot of rooms. You know, when you hang out with your wife or your significant other, she may want to take you into the room where she's the dainty young lady with the business.
All right.
Hey, that's
right.
what's up. And the next day she may come out with something else. Like,
Yeah.
wow, I see that. So it's cool.
Well, they say music is a universal language, and you speak a lot about love, and I know what you do and what you do with that saxophone is very, very sexy. So I know you have the ability to draw the crowds and draw the audience into you. I know you're working on a new project. I know you're with Encourage Records now. Am I correct?
Indeed.
Okay, so what's going on with the new project? What can we expect to hear? And
I'm gonna tell you
everything
this,
from Ruey Stevens?
you're going to hear a lot of different styles that's kind of contemporary-ish, but one thing that I do appreciate that you can hear the authenticity. You can't say, oh, he sounds or that sounds exactly like this or this sounds exactly like that, because I think in the industry now so many people are afraid to show who they are.
Right,
Show who you
right.
are, instead of saying, okay, this is the trend that this person is setting, and based on that trend and that person who have done some things that are quite substantial, it makes them afraid to be who they are, and as a result of that, they never find out who they are, so they have to spend the remainder of their career mimicking and duplicating who they consider the next hottest person. So you're gonna see me, my personality, and I think with any artist should not be afraid to expose who they are.
So, in saying expose who they are, with the commercialization of music as it is today, in today's time, and they're saying, if you're a saxophone artist, you have to stay inside this box. If you're this, stay inside this box. What makes you think that people are going to be ready for you to expand outside of the box and just express exactly who you are, being true to Ruey?
All right, I put it like this. Martin Luther King, Malcolm X, and many people who have to demand a certain type of reaction from an audience. There has to be something that you can give that can touch every single person in that audience. Okay, everyone in the audience is not mad or sad because of love. Some people are happy. And then you have some people that are still dating and they're searching. And then you have some people that's like, look, I'm single, satisfied, and celibate. And so I think my music it has the ability to touch every person in the audience, and that's what makes it different. It's for the, I'm not a thug, but we can relate to the thug.
Okay.
I'm not a hoochie. But guess what? If you want to drop it, that's your business.
Drop it like it's hot.
Hey, and pick it up like it's warm.
Right, okay. Well, I feel that. What's the name of the new CD?
The cost of love.
The Cost of Love.
It costs so much.
Okay. And you say that with such warmth and such feeling, and I mean, I know you're recently married.
Indeed.
Right?
Indeed.
So the cost of love, can you expound on that just a little bit? Can you just give the people just a little bit of that?
I'll tell you this. Everything costs. So you weigh your options. And if you're not willing to invest in it, then you don't really want it. It's just talk. It's smoke. Everyone wants the Showtime appearance. And some of my students, I've told them, I said, some of you guys expect to be married, but you just want the marriage. You don't know how much it costs. This costs a lot. It costs walking in circles and not knowing what to do next. You know what I'm saying? It costs, I may have to put my career on hold to help you in your endeavor. Because we don't really know how selfish we are until we call ourselves trying to love somebody. Then our own personal selfishness exposes itself. Because we start loving somebody because of, they're giving me this, they're giving me this, they're giving me this. Oh, they have this type of potential, and we see their potential has the ability to enhance our lives. But we never start thinking, how much am I willing to pay and pour into them and to give them this and to give them this and to give them that. So that's how I see it. It's that type of motivation. So.
All right, I can say Mrs. Stevens is a very lucky lady.
Well, I think I'm a fortunate guy.
All right, well, that's a beautiful thing to say. So the new CD, I know it's already out now. It's on iTunes.
Indeed.
CD Baby.
That's what's up.
Where else can we get it?
You can get it from iTunes, CD Baby, I think Rhapsody. Many of your internet music providers, you can see us there. And you can also go to, forgot the name of this. Reverb Nation. You go to
Reverb Nation. Okay.
You do Reverb Nation.
Okay, I know you just performed an event last month, and I know we have great events coming up. I know you have something coming up maybe in December for the holidays.
Yeah, we're gonna do
So we're gonna do some love for the holidays.
Some Christmas love.
All right.
Chestnuts roasting on the open fire.
On the open fire.
That's what's
All
up.
right. What's your favorite song to play? I mean, what saxophonist did you just like model yourself after?
Saxophones?
Yeah.
My favorite. I mean, I'm kind of biased.
Okay.
I really enjoy Kyle Turner.
Okay.
I really enjoy Kirk Whalum. I mean, they are so expressive. They are very expressive. My thing is, it doesn't matter how quote unquote technical you are. If you don't feel me, it matters not. I want you to feel me.
Okay.
I want you to feel me.
All right. And what's your website address so people can look and look to find out more about where you are, where you'll be? I know you're with Encourage Records, but I know you have your address as well.
You can catch us on www.reverbnation.com.
Okay.
And /Ruey Stevens.
Okay. All right. Well, we thank you so much. I thank you so much for coming out
having us.
and talking to me.
Indeed.
All right. All right. Thanks a lot.